Welcome to Ackerman Recap. In the world of Baki, where there is a slight time differential from the real world, due to this difference, renowned characters are added, such as various U.S. presidents, legendary historical figures like Musashi Miyamoto, and most recently, the author included the successor to the power of the ancient Sumo in Japanese history in the series. His name is Nomi no Sukune II, and he is famously known as the Super Rikishi. So, what makes this character interesting? And what is his strength like? Today, let's explore 15 facts about this larger-than-life sumo wrestler, together with Ackerman. 1. The founder of sumo, Sukune I, was buried in a desolate tomb atop a rocky mountain. Despite his old age, Tokugawa was determined to visit this tomb, accompanied by a Buddhist monk. It seemed that old age couldn't deter Tokugawa. The tomb was nearly abandoned, and the monk explained that even though it was the resting place of the sumo's founder, no one cared. The descendants were living comfortably while the ancestors were forgotten. It was a sad and insensitive state of affairs. Lack of respect like this would never be forgiven. Therefore, a deity has descended bearing ancient power to smash the modern sumo wrestlers with the goal of showing the world what true sumo is. This divine being was Sukune II, who shared his namesake with the original Sukune from ancient times. 2. Sukune's full name is Nomi no Sukune II. He is of Japanese nationality, approximately 25 years old, stands at a towering 2.10 meters, and weighs 250 kilograms, about 551 pounds. He has black hair and black eyes. His profession is as a professional sumo wrestler, and he also serves as the guardian of the Sukune Forest District. He practices the ancient style of sumo in combat and is currently alive. 3. Sumo wrestlers are often perceived as overweight individuals with a lot of fat, but beneath that layer of fat lies an immense amount of muscle. They follow a daily regimen of intensive eating and training. Indeed, true sumo wrestlers are incredibly strong. During matches, their enormous food intake is burned within just 10 to 20 seconds. Sukune II takes this to an even more extreme level, with hardly any excess fat on his body except for his round face. His physique appears to be entirely composed of muscle. When Tokugawa first laid eyes on Sukune, he imagined him to be as massive as a mountain. 4. How strong are Sukune's legs? Right from his first appearance in the story, he challenged the Japanese mountain climbing champion. The host believed that Sukune could not climb mountains with such a large physique and asked him to wear protective gear. However, Sukune refused and disregarded the comments. Even Baki wore protective gear for safety, but it probably wasn't necessary. With just the strength of his arms and legs, he shot straight up to the top of the vertical wall. His powerful leap shattered the wall above someone's head, leaving Baki wide-eyed in amazement. While in Tokugawa's house, he used the shikowashi stance. He raised one leg high into the air and brought it down with tremendous force. Merely lowering his foot created a shockwave from the ground, causing the entire area to tremble and sending birds into a chaotic frenzy. Old man Tokugawa sat in his house thinking there was an earthquake. 5. My most significant impression of Sukune is undoubtedly his immense grip strength. Sukune's grip strength is so incredible that he can turn a large chunk of coal into a diamond. The condition for coal to turn into diamonds is a pressure of hundreds of tons and a temperature above 1,000 degrees Celsius at the same time. But in Baki, people only count tons without temperature. There is no one in the story who can do that but Sukune and Sukune II. Their lineage has gone through 272 generations to find individuals capable of turning coal into diamonds. In addition to them, the only other person speculated to possess this ability is Yujiro, but he has never demonstrated this technique. He once crushed a jar of coal in front of the President of the United States, turning everything inside into powder with sparkling particles. It's unclear if any part of it turned into a diamond or if it was all broken glass from the jar. However, it's evident that he didn't exert any effort on this task. It's clear that he is capable of even more gruesome feats. If given a large chunk of coal, he could potentially turn it into a diamond. 6. As Sukune bursts into the sandbag, Oliver arrives. That's right, Sukune's first opponent was indeed Oliver. Upon meeting the sumo deity Sukune, Oliver rushed forward with a sumo move, intending to defeat the rotund man in front of him. However, the hefty opponent remained unfazed, and Sukune even lifted him up as if he were a child. Oliver's inverted triangle muscles were suitable for showcasing his physique and upper body attacks, while Sukune's well-balanced triangular body was perfect for standing his ground and maintaining excellent balance. Trying to use sumo rules to fight Oliver's sumo was a grave mistake, so he decided to change his tactics, but was grabbed by Sukune in the ribs and knocked unconscious. 7. Living in a temple with the monks in the capacity of a guardian of the forest surrounding the shrine, Sukune still maintained his essence. Despite possessing a robust physique, he was a ladies' man through and through. When a female admirer approaches him, he immediately demonstrates his talent for wooing women. It was a necessity, as he was Sukune, the 272nd generation of his family's lineage. Without a wife, how else could he preserve the family's legacy? 8. Sumo skills often require the use of their heads to engage in matches. Therefore, Sukune had trained an incredibly tough head. When Oliver unleashed his steel-like fist, Sukune used his head to block the punch, causing Oliver's hand to shatter into pieces. 9. Sukune had a strong passion for combat and enjoyed seeking out challenging opponents. However, living on the mountain with only wild animals around, he rarely encountered any worthy adversaries. As a result, Sukune developed a skill similar to Baki, which involved creating opponents from his imagination. The fighter created by Sukune stood over 2 meters tall and weighed 250 kilograms, just like himself. If it were a regular person, moving with this body mass would be impossible. However, it was a virtual image capable of exerting a perfect pressure of 250 kilos from all directions. Yet, this illusionary opponent still couldn't best Sukune. Maybe he should imagine someone bigger. Baki stood there looking on in astonishment. 10. When he first fought Baki, he couldn't believe that the young boy before him could defeat him. Sukune thought Baki was only 1/3 of his own size. However, when Baki created an illusion of a colossal 3-horned dinosaur 50 times his own size, Sukune was utterly shocked and taken aback. 11. Shiko is a characteristic standing stance in sumo, and Tokugawa initially assumed that Sukune used it. However, this wasn't the case. What Sukune used to create seismic disturbances was shikowashi. To perform it, he would raise his legs straight up in the air in the shiko posture. He would hold this position as long as possible to accumulate energy in his leg. With his immense weight, maintaining such a challenging stance placed an enormous strain on his body. Once the energy covered his entire body, he would deliver a powerful stomp to the ground to release everything. The ground would start to tremble, driving away malevolent spirits lurking beneath it. 12. The name Nomi no Sukune has been passed down through 272 generations over 2,000 years. All the individuals who inherit this family lineage are given the name Nomi no Sukune. So why is Sukune's name not Sukune the 272nd, but rather Sukune the 2nd? Indeed, although there have been 272 people with the name Nomi no Sukune, only 2 of them were considered worthy of the name Sukune in terms of their strength. Those 2 individuals are the original Sukune and the current one. These are the only 2 who can compress a diamond into coal. 13. Sukune was one of the fortunate few who had the opportunity to challenge the 3 generations of the Hanma family. However, he was defeated by all of them. In his fight against Jack, he was completely overwhelmed by Jack's Titan-level teeth. When facing Yujiro, Ogre was able to defeat the fat man in front of him with a single blow. Nevertheless, he chose to prolong the battle for entertainment purposes. 14. Sukune doesn't know Jack the Fierce is which guy, so he had no reservations about confronting him. In their initial encounter, Sukune slapped him hard on the mouth, but he lost his little finger when Jack bit it off. In their official match, Sukune managed to land some significant punches on Jack. However, Jack treated Sukune like a buffet, continuously biting him. He even bit through crucial muscles that Sukune needed to grapple, weakening him significantly. Sukune's final blow lacked the necessary force because Jack had bitten through vital muscles in his back. In the end, Sukune lost due to excessive blood loss. 15. After treating his shattered ribcage, Oliver immediately demanded a rematch with Sukune. This time, Sukune was still recovering from the loss of crucial body parts due to Jack's bites, and he had also lost his little finger, which significantly impacted his grip strength. Sukune attempted to use his familiar techniques, but Oliver tensed his back muscles and managed to evade them. Then, Oliver's muscles triumphed in the battle, ultimately leading to Sukune's defeat. The video has come to an end. Please leave your comments in the comments section, and don't forget to hit the subscribe button to stay updated with the latest videos from me. For now, goodbye and see you again, everyone.